Hey guys, welcome back to Clownfish TV. This is Neon. I am here with Geeky Sparkles.
Hello.
And it's time for a Hollywood freak out.
That's right. Freak out.
Freak out. Hollywood is freaking out. It's a Hollywood nightmare, according to Variety.
Sorry, Hollywood's freaking out. Good. I'm sorry.
Ricky Gervais is like, yes, I was right.
Like,
Hollywood nightmare, from Netflix's stock swoon to mass layoffs, anxiety grips the industry. Basically, everything is changing. I think Hollywood is right-sizing. I think it's been too bloated for too long.
oh yeah, well, they're most of the bloats in their head.
Their heads are very bloated, and a lot of people are losing jobs because of consolidations and layoffs. And the House of Cards at Netflix, not the show, the actual House of Cards of stock, it's all collapsing. People are losing gigs, losing shows, losing their jobs, not taking delight in people losing their jobs unless they're assholes. Then you can go back.
But Hollywood's made up a lot of those.
Yeah, there are a lot of them. So
a lot of really self-righteous, pompous assholes.
So, and we're looking at Bridgerton here. I'm like, you see a lot of assholes on Bridgerton too. They're assholes.
Oh yeah. Oh, that was I haven't watched the second season. I watched a couple episodes of the first season. I don't think I watched one episode of the first season.
That's the first 10 minutes.
And I was like,
first 10 minutes of the first episode was people getting busy. I was like, oh, okay. Anyway.
I was like, man, she's gonna be pulling splinters out of her butt for quite a while.
Anyway, let's talk about the Hollywood freakout, the Hollywood nightmare before we get on with it.
Yeah, you're just too busy thinking about splinters in someone's butt.
Yeah, it would be very uncomfortable. Please subscribe for more pop culture news, views, and rants, guys. Over 266,000 subs. Hit the subscribe button, hit the bell, ring that bell, ding that bell. Make sure
Not on a tree.
Not on a tree. God, that would hurt. Yeah, so we want to make sure you get content. We've been kind of following the Netflix fiasco and the Warner Brothers Discovery, I guess they're called now, fiasco. And we've got more people leaving. Warner's, and this is just a couple days ago, Warner Media Studios general counsel is leaving. I think
really?
Yeah, I think this company is going to be very, very lean and very, very mean under David Zaslav. I mean, he, shuttered CNN Plus after 3 weeks. He's like, this is dog shit. Shut it down.
It's interesting though. He's had this been there for 14 years.
14 years.
General counsel, and now all of a sudden it's gone.
Yeah. Zaslav don't care. He's snapping everybody.
Is he doing it, or did the person leave because he don't want to deal with this shit?
It could be a combination. It might just be like, now's a good time to leave.
Or is he like trying to get out because he's like, I don't want to deal with all the backlash that this is going to have, and I'm general counsel. I'm the one who has to handle it.
Yeah, it's probably true. I mean, if it were me, I'd be like, oh my God, there's going to be a shit ton of lawsuits.
They'll expect me to work for my money. I'd rather just go do something else.
Yeah, so he's gone. He's leaving. Lots of people leaving Warner's or getting gone from Warner's after years and years with the company. Other people that left, the former Warner Media CFO, the HR chief, the EVP of communications.
Chief Inclusion Officer.
The Chief Inclusion Officer, that's a title.
That's the same as EVP of Communications.
Oh, and Chief Inclusion, okay.
EVP and Chief Revenue Officer, General Counsel, Chief Technology Officer.
Yes. It is bad. They bring up CNN Plus, and they bring up how...
That was so... I can't... What's it, 500 million? They lost... CNN,
$500 million.
They put into that?
They just snapped it. He's just like, yeah, screw it. This isn't going to work. And then with CNN... He's like, yeah, we're going to stick to the truth. We're going to stick to news. We're going to limit the talking heads. And there's already talks that he's going to do. Zaslav is going to do the same thing with DC. They already canceled Batwoman and Legends of Tomorrow. And I think the only thing they kept was Superman. Superman Lois and the Flash.
The suit isn't going to be better when it fits a woman.
No, the lawsuit might be better. When it fits it. Well, that's probably why he's getting gone, because it's probably like, oh my God, it's racism. And well, they got rid of the diversity and inclusion.
I'm like, there's probably going to be a lot of crap going on. I'd be like, I'm out. Yep.
So anyway, all of Hollywood is freaking out because everybody's like, well, that's okay. If everything else fails, I can go to Netflix. Netflix has infinite money, right? No. No, they do not. They said fear and loathing are on the rise in Hollywood as top execs and rank and file employees grapple with growing uncertainty about their place in a rapidly changing entertainment industry. One concern, that the streaming-fueled content bubble has burst with more consolidation on the way. It blew up during the pandemic because people couldn't leave their houses, so they watched a lot of Netflix and Disney Plus.
They watched a lot of YouTube, too.
Yeah, they did.
And you know what? To be honest, YouTube is kicking their asses, and that's what they're mad about. YouTube and children's programming.
Yeah.
And they're flipping out.
And look at what's selling. Like Cocomelon sold for like $3 billion. Wall Street darling Netflix lost $54 billion in market value in one day last month. They're talking about all the people getting gone from Warner Brothers Discovery, Amazon buying MGM and gutting it already. And they said that neither the disrupted nor the disruptors are feeling too good these days. Feels bad, man.
Let's all feel sad for Hollywood.
Oh, let's feel sad.
Okay, moving on.
Moving on. We're all waiting on pins and needles for someone to pull the figurative trigger on the inevitable restructuring. Says a Warner Brothers Discovery staffer, no doubt aware that the $3 billion cost savings means David Zaslav is going to snap them.
They're going to. There's a lot of places that are going to be restructured at Warner Brothers. We already know this.
Oh, yeah. Netflix is known for its Hunger Games ethos. It didn't waste time on niceties while killing writer contracts on April 28th. My manager explained the layoff to me via text after she'd already been let go. That's pretty awful. Like, yeah, I'm fired, and so are you.
I remember they had the guy who was in charge of Netflix at the time, back when the pandemic was going on, but they were starting to open offices again. And basically, he was pushing to get things open and get people back into offices faster. And I guess people were pushing back because they were to stay at home and work because of the pandemic. Mm-hmm. And he basically goes, well, we have guidelines, but I have to admit, I like to get them back there as fast as possible. They don't only get too comfy because in Netflix we expect you to perform or something like that. That was what he was saying.
Well, they don't waste any time. Like if a show does not perform right away, they pull the plug. That's why there's so many shows that only get one season, because they're like, if people aren't watching within the first couple of days, it's a dud, and we're not wasting money.
But it's very
selective.
Yes, because there's other ones that are complete duds, and they keep running them.
Yeah. This is interesting though. That she found out that her boss had been fired when her Slack was deactivated. Her Slack channel was deactivated. So like, it's just like you go log in. It's like, I'm going to work. Oh, I can't get in to work.
Oh my goodness.
What happened here? I can't.
This is over. This is over Netflix or at
Netflix? Yeah. It's inevitable when you have consolidation that people are feeling vulnerable, says an entertainment lawyer. Well, of course. They said that there was some schadenfreude from like Disney and Comcast, but we know what's going on with Disney. It's nobody is going to walk out of this situation unscathed. And again, it was like we had a bubble because people were locked in their houses. They couldn't do anything else, and too many damn streamers.
There's too many streaming services. There's just too many. I mean, the reason Netflix was a behemoth was because it was the only one for a long time.
Yep. And they're talking about recession. They said there's recession on the horizon, and if inflation proves to be intractable, it's going to make matters worse. They're talking about the tension overseas and war and all that. Basically, people are dealing with more real world issues right now. Before it was like, well, all we have to deal with is the pandemic and sit in our houses and watch TV. And now it's like, oh yeah, hey, inflation's coming and Netflix is raising its prices and we might go to war. So yeah, really, suddenly it doesn't look like it's all that important to have 50 different streaming services. Yeah. I've already watched all this, and a lot of the stuff, frankly, on these streamers, a lot of it's dog shit.
A lot of people just subscribe for like a month, watch a bunch of stuff, and then cancel anyway.
Yeah.
Like, something's coming out that's popular. Stranger Things. That's why they're splitting it up, I think, into two different.
Yeah.
So you'll keep it for a couple months, but they'll subscribe, watch it, unsubscribe.
Yep. This is funny. One insider says Warner Media people think they're going back into the office for the first time in 2 years to be fired by someone else they've never met. Mm-hmm. Well, I think too with the pandemic, with a lot of people working at home, they've had the opportunity to look and see, like, do we really need as many people working here as we've had? And now we can see who produces and who doesn't produce. And you just made yourself very expendable. And when there's a huge shift, the company, that's the time when they start tossing people overboard, and they can just blame, well, we're restructuring, we don't need you anymore, when in reality, yeah, we wanted to fire your ass. You've been a problem for years. You're a whiny ass activist, and we couldn't find a good reason to get rid of you.
Or you just were lazy and didn't do your job.
Yeah.
Or both.
Lazy and both. So now we can just freaking get rid of you and blame restructuring. And that's exactly probably what's going to happen. But anyway, we're going to wrap this up.
Yep.
Please subscribe for more pop culture news, views, and rants, guys. We'll talk later.
Bye.
Now he's just tasty, delicious, rotten flesh meat, which I can consume. Don't read into it too much.
Just like our museum, the cafe's open and Brewster is eager to serve. I don't think this was in the show. Run, 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 run. Oh, you got splatted.
Oh,
she was begging and you kicked her in the face.
I don't care.
Hey guys, Squid King here, and today we're in a...
Not girl boss at all. She is not a material girl.
She is not. Oh, it's Christmas time here in your mom. Nobody wants to join your mom.
What?
Like I can't even cook kid cuisine right. I would last about 2 minutes with Gordon Ramsay.
What? Where is he?
He's hiding. He's hiding from you.
Better.
Oh my God, you got the axe.
Walker, does this look like Steven Universe? Let me punch him! Well, I'm just here for the wax. Right where you belong.
Get in the dirt.
Well, that was a combination of events I probably shouldn't have put together. Anyways, let's open this bottle too.
Chica Pinata. Is that official?
Oh, no.
There's a bootleg.
Hello. I'm sorry.
Hey guys, it's Diamond Tool.
Let's make a farm.
Like and subscribe and buy my merch.
I mean, while you're here, you guys should like really like and subscribe and buy our merch, all of which we have.
That is true. You can't run them carrying trash. You can get away with one F-bomb per PG-13 movie.
I wish I'd known that sooner.
Yeah. All right, so we're going to wrap this effer up.
Yes.